Hey y'all, welcome to Sunflower Tasha DIYs. Today I joined a collaboration with my friend Sarah from Sunflowers and DIYing. She hosts a craft your napkin stash. She does like a napkin challenge every month, and this is just doing our stash. And this is what her YouTube channel looks like. If you'd like to go follow her, I'll leave her down in my description box. So project number one, I am using some of these napkins, some watercolor paper, some stamps, just some different things from different places. I'm also going to be using these little Dollar Tree canvases. So I'm going to take some Mod Podge here and pour it into a little container. And these are two different blue mica powders. And I'm just going to sprinkle just a little tiny bit of those into my Mod Podge here. And I was struggling trying to get the little cellophane wrapper off the top of that one. And then we're just going to mix this well. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because I didn't have a blue napkin and I needed a blue napkin to do my backgrounds. So this is a solution that I thought might actually work. I'm not sure if anybody's ever done this before, but here I am trying it out. So we put the Mod Podge down like this, and I go ahead and do all three of them like so. Super simple, super easy. And then for the first one, I'm going to be using this white napkin. I think the white napkin either came from Walmart or Dollar General. Yeah, I do have some that I'm going to be ordering from Tiamu for my next challenge that I'm going to be doing with Sarah for next month in August. So you guys will have to stay tuned for that. But for now, I'm sorry I'm off frame just a tad bit here. I do end up moving it up because I noticed I was not quite in frame. And I had my camera kind of wonky here. Now this one didn't take, but no worries. I'm only doing this on the napkin here just so I know where I want to stick my pieces down here in a few when I show you what I do here. But I actually learned this napkin trick from Crafting in Mimi's World. That's who I saw do it first. But I've seen all kinds of crafters do this since then. I'm not sure who's the first person that came out with this, but whoever did was a genius. So that Mod Podge that I put down on the canvases, they're all dry. And then we are going to go ahead and put the napkin down like this on the dry Mod Podge. And then we are going to iron over top of it so the napkin sticks down to your surface. I've tried it on a few different surfaces like wood. Now I'm trying it on a canvas. I've done it on fabric. I've done it a few different ways now. And I actually like doing this way versus using Mod Podge and then just sticking it down on the wet napkin. Okay, so as soon as we're done doing that, it's all adhered to the background. And now I'm just taking some stamps on a watercolor paper here, like this. And this watercolor paper is pretty thick. I probably think I should have used my mixed media paper instead because I didn't realize how thick this was going to be. But this is almost like a chipboard thick. If you was to use like little like ephemera pieces. Okay, so now I'm just going to color in all the bits, and I decided not to color in this one right now because I didn't want to get ink all over my hands on the side. So I'm going to carry on actually to the top, and my phone did stop recording here a little bit. I kind of ran out of memory and had to go back in and fix that, so I didn't get to show you all of me coloring in the gnome. But what I do is color in dark around the edges, and then I pull the darkness into the beard like this with my blending tool. And I'm using Tombow markers right now to do that. And these are water-based, I believe. And then you just want to pull some out of the beard. And then after I pulled it out of the beard, I did go back around where the dark parts were just to make those dark again. This is a good way to blend. Okay, so now that I'm done with the gnome and the bee and the butterfly, I'm going to move right along to this little scenery here. So it looks like the gnome is going to the garden, like to walk through the forest or something. I don't know. I just thought it was super cute. And I'm doing the same techniques here, just doing a little bit and then blending in. When you blend it in, it takes away, I know you can't really see it, but it takes away that harsh line that you get from just drawing. It actually blends it together. I love it. It's so pretty. And then I'm going to do 2 different greens here. And I decided, instead of leaving the white space behind the flowers so I didn't have to cut them out, that I'm just going to go ahead and blend in all of this together with green to make it look like there's just more green in the background. And then we just blend the 2 colors together here like this. And then I just cut all that out, and now I'm taking my white gesso and adding a little bit of white in the background here. And I know you can't see it, but when you do that, it kind of lifts up the napkin a little bit and makes it have like texture. I wish you could see it. Videos don't do justice sometimes. And now I'm using a sturdy glue instead of Mod Podge. It's called Matte Gel Medium. Just going to glue all those down. This is like I said, it's like a cardstock, but like a little bit thicker. It's the watercolor paper. So that's why I want to use this glue instead of Mod Podge here, because it's a better glue. And then I just glued everything down here, and now I'm going to get one of these words. I believe I got that little word thing from the Dollar General, you guys. And then we're just going to put down hello here, and then I go around the edges with the blue, like so. And then after I go around the edges, I'm going to use my blendy pen to blend out the harsh line of the outer edge. And then I'm just making sure everything's pretty dry before I trim around the edges. You want to make sure that gel medium is dry. And then I noticed I had a spot, sorry, I'm off camera here, in the corner there that needed to be, have a little bit more of that gel medium. So then I just dry it up again and make sure all of it's dry like so. And then this is where I'm going to go ahead and take my little mat here and my X-Acto knife. The mat I got from Dollar Tree, and the X-Acto knife kit I picked up, my husband got me from Menards. You guys, that's it. I'll show you more at the final reveal. So project number 2, we're going to go ahead and use this napkin. Now, I do believe this napkin came from Walmart. And I really liked the pattern on here, and I liked the shininess of the napkin here. I'm trying to get it pulled apart. If you guys didn't know, you got to pull it apart till there's only 1 ply left. And we're going to do the same thing for this one. Iron it down. Now I have this cute little kit from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to use every single butterfly in it. The Ready, Set, Go I got in a pack from a yard sale. It had like a bunch of little sayings in it, but I actually don't end up using it. I thought maybe some clear gesso would stop the bleeding when I used my Posca pens. I've never tried it before, but I wanted to try it, and it did not work. So what I should have done is used a chalk paint, because I have found using chalk paint does stop the bleeding when you go over top. If you use a very light coat of chalk paint, you can still see behind. So I scratched that idea, and I just started doing the butterflies the way I knew I was going to do them instead. And I did go over all the butterflies as well with a little bit of that clear gesso. And now I'm using my Black Soot Distressed ink from Tim Holtz here. And I'm going to just try to figure out a way to put these on here like so. All right, now that I got my area cleaned up, I have this little metallic marker from the Dollar Tree, and I thought it would go perfect with the background here. Perfect. Like this. And I go around all the edges of every single butterfly just to give it some detail and to bring out the edging. Yeah, see, like that. Okay, so now I want to soften up my background a little bit so it's not like too bright and taking away from the butterflies. So I'm just going to use a little bit of that gesso, and when you do that over top of the napkin, it gives it this texture. Kind of brings up the napkin just a little bit and makes it a little textured. Looks pretty cool. I wish you could see it in the camera. And then I'm just going to arrange the butterflies like so. And I'm going to use a little sentiment here. If you're lucky enough to be different, never change. I love that. So I'm going to add that on to this instead of using that ready, set, go like I planned on doing. And then I glued all these butterflies down with my 3-in-1 tack here. And then I have this notebook paper. I've done a few DIYs using this paper, and I will link those down in my description box so you can get some more inspiration from a couple other videos that I made. One of them's a sunflower video, and the other one is a fabric. I used fabric, and this is where the paper came from, was the fabric video. And then this sunflower video is where this little blue paper came from because I needed somewhere to off my brush when I was done. But now I'm just gluing the sentiment down like so, and then I do go around it. I lost a little bit of footage there. Like I said, my phone was running out of memory. But I did go around one edge of the saying, which you'll see more of that in the final reveal. So I want to take this time to thank Sarah for having me on the playlist today. I really appreciate you, and thank you to all my subscribers. You guys are amazing. So project number 3, I am still using those little canvases. And this time I'm using the buffalo gingham check plaid, whatever they call this. I think this one's actually the plaid because it doesn't have the lines in it. But now, yeah, like I said, we're going, and I got that little mini iron from Amazon, but I think the Dollar Tree has it now in their plus section, so that's amazing. And then I just go ahead and use the iron to kind of get the back to just lay down a little bit. Super, super cute, guys. Okay, so I'm using this clear gesso on top of this little cutout. This came out of a Tim Holtz pack. It was a black and white pack. He has all different kinds of things for mixed media art, and I just love it. So I grabbed the one that's black and white. That way I can watercolor them whatever color I wanted when I needed them. So now I'm just using my watercolor crayons, the Neo Colors 2. And I'm just going to watercolor this little teacup here, and I like to go with the lighter color, then the next color, and then the kind of like the darker color for a little bit of darker shading. Like so. Pretty easy. And then I was like, oh, well, we need some tea inside of there, so we're going to do a little bit of tea or maybe some coffee. Whichever. I drink tea. I'm not a coffee drinker. I used to be a coffee drinker. But it was really starting to mess up my body, and especially when I first got thyroid disease in 2016, which I've pretty much kind of healed from it. I still have a little bit of the freezing still sometimes, which I kind of can tell, like if I have caffeine or excuse me, if I have caffeine or taken certain foods or stuff, I can tell when my thyroid's like, no, don't do that. So here I cut it out around the edging, but I couldn't get it with my scissors around the little handle, so I'm just using my X-Acto knife again. And I'm only going to put 2 pop dots at the top because I want this to look like it's actually sitting on a table here. So the buffalo plaid is supposed to be like the table part, like they're sitting outside, like a scenery. And then I was going to do that side, and I decided I like this side better. So I'm going to glue down a sentiment that I printed off from my husband did for me. He printed off me a whole sheet of godly sayings and stuff that I had wanted him to do. And then I just glued it down like that. And now I'm going around the edges of this. I don't think I showed you on some of the other ones, but I did go around the edging on all of the canvases today. I think it just really makes it pop when you do that. And then I noticed I had a little hole right here in the napkin. I did not notice at first, and I know you can't see it right here, but when you see a close-up, you'll be able to see it. But that's okay. I'm trying to fix it the best that I can, and you know, it's okay. Just add a little bit more black here and there to kind of make it all tie in. And this is the final reveal, you guys. You'll have to let me know which one was your favorite today. Was it my first DIY with the gnome that says hello? Look at how adorable this is, you guys. Love it. This is so beautiful. I just love mixed media art. It's really starting to bring out my creativity. Here is the second one. If you're lucky enough to be different, never change. This one is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. And if you guys aren't familiar with mixed media, you will have to type that into YouTube and just go to town and watch a bunch of people make stuff because it's beautiful. Live your life for God. I'm just absolutely loving this. What do you guys think of this one? Is this one your favorite? Number 1, number 2. I just love them all. I think they're really adorable, you guys. I want to say thank you to everyone that's watching all the way to the ends of my videos. That really, really helps support my channel. And don't forget to watch the playlist of all my friends also making napkin DIYs. We're all very different, and I absolutely love how different we all are because it really inspires us when we're all different to try different things and do different things. So I hope you guys are leaving here with lots of inspiration. All right, guys. 1, 2, or 3. Which one is your absolute favorite, okay? I would really love to know that down in the comments. So thank you for watching. You can find me also on Instagram at Sunflower Tasha DIYs. I do have a second one, a gallery, where it's just my gallery for my YouTube. It's Sunflower Tasha DIY. And then I also have Sunflower Tasha DIY's gallery on Instagram. Okay, guys, I just want to say thank you. Bye.